All right, let's talk about design. It is literally everywhere. The apps on your phone, the cover of your favorite book, the logos on, well, everything. But what's the difference between good design and bad design? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and unlock the secrets that make great visual design work so well. It really all boils down to this one simple question. Why? Why do some designs just click? You know that feeling, right? You see a poster or a website, and you just get it instantly. And then other times, a design just feels messy or boring or just plain wrong. So what's the secret sauce? Well, here's the thing. Graphic design isn't just about making stuff look pretty. It's actually a hidden language. It's talking to us all the time, and it has its own rules, its own grammar. So for this explainer, let's learn how to speak it. Okay, so let's start building our toolkit. These are the absolute fundamentals you need to start understanding and maybe even speaking this visual language yourself. Every single design, I don't care how complicated it looks, starts with the humble line. Seriously, you can think of it as the skeleton of the whole piece. It's the invisible structure that gives everything else its shape, its direction, and its strength. And don't let their simplicity fool you. Lines are the real workhorses of design. They create a sense of order. You know what's most important? They can add a little decorative flair, but crucially, they act like these invisible signposts, literally guiding your eyes exactly where the designer wants them to go. They're like the punctuation in a visual sentence. So, if lines give a design its structure, our next tool, contrast, gives it its voice. The best way to think about contrast is like it's the volume knob. It's what makes some things on the page shout for your attention, while other things kind of whisper in the background. It happens anytime two things are just different. Just look at the difference here. With low contrast, your brain is actually working harder just to figure out what it says. It feels muddy, there's friction there. Now, look at the high contrast example. The message is just effortless. It's instant. That's the power of high contrast. It creates clarity and impact, making communication feel totally seamless. So, we have our basic tools, right? Lines and contrast. But design elements almost never exist by themselves. The real magic, the really cool stuff, starts when we put them together and watch how they interact. This brings us to a huge idea: proximity. You know, it's kind of like people at a party. If you see a few people standing really close together, you just assume they're a group, that they know each other. Design works the exact same way. When we put elements close to each other, our brain just automatically connects them, and that space in between them suddenly gets really interesting. And this leads us to one of the most clever, most mind-bending tricks in design: making shapes talk to each other. Let's see how just a simple arrangement can tell a whole story without using a single word. Okay, let's do a quick thought experiment. I want you to just picture 3 separate individual shapes on a blank canvas. Right now, they don't mean much, do they? They're just objects floating around. But now, watch this. We're not going to change the shapes themselves at all. We're just going to change where they are. As we arrange them with just the right spacing, something really cool starts to happen. Pay really close attention to that empty space, the space between them. And boom, there it is. That empty area, what designers call negative space, is basically forced into creating a brand new shape. The original pieces are all still there, but now they're working together to create something that literally didn't exist a second ago. Your brain just fills in the blanks. It's amazing. But look at this. If we just nudge them apart, even a tiny bit, poof, the illusion is gone. The message just vanishes into thin air. It's such a powerful way to see just how critical proximity is for creating these hidden meanings that are hiding in plain sight. Okay, so we've seen how design can create a single powerful aha moment. But how do you make that meaning last? How do you make it stick? Well, the key is a master technique, the art of repetition. Now, I know visual brainwash sounds a little intense, but in a way, it's kind of true. When you use it the right way in branding and design, Repetition is an incredibly powerful tool for building recognition and just a feeling of familiarity. The psychology behind this is really simple. The more we see something, the more familiar it becomes. And that familiarity creates comfort, and that comfort builds trust. By repeating key visual elements over and over, designers are tapping right into this basic human instinct. It is the absolute foundation of building a brand that people remember. So what exactly are we repeating? Well, it's a whole recipe of visual ingredients. It's a consistent set of shapes, a very specific color palette, using the same 1 or 2 fonts every time. You add in a consistent style for all your photos and a layout that people can predict, and suddenly you have a formula. Repeat that formula, and you create an identity so strong it becomes unmistakable. So, we've filled up our toolkit. We've got lines, contrast, proximity, repetition. But there is one final, golden rule that ties it all together. It's a principle that guides how you use all these other tools to get real balance and real impact. And that rule is simply this: less is more. Truly great design isn't about how much you can cram onto the page. It's about subtraction. It's about knowing what to leave out. The real goal is to get the biggest possible impact with the fewest possible elements, making every single one count. So yeah, we've talked about all these principles in our toolkit, but the most important tool isn't contrast or repetition. It's actually something way more powerful. It's a mindset. It's about fundamentally changing how you see the world around you. And that brings us full circle, right back to where we started. The next time a design catches your eye, a logo, a poster, anything, don't just admire it. Get curious. Ask yourself, why? Why does this work? What tools from our kit are they using here? Once you start asking why, you'll start seeing that hidden language everywhere. And I promise you'll never look at the world the same way again.